but maybe you missed how we got there. And if you did, boy, you missed a lot throughout the course of this one here today. Braves and Diamond-backs, final game of a 3-game weekend series, rubber match of this set. And it was a couple of righties going at it here today for the final contest as Michael Soroka making his second start of the year, going up against one of the best there is in the National League, Zach Gallen. And the Braves would get to Gallen in the second inning as Ozzie Albies led it off with a single. Marcelo Zuna would follow with a walk. Albies would later take third as Orlando Arcia would ground into a double play. That gave the visitors an early 1-0 lead. But the Diamondbacks would respond with an RBI double that tied it in the bottom of the second from Geraldo Perdomo. So we start all over, knotted up at 1 apiece into the bottom of the third. Top of the order due up for Arizona as Soroka got a couple of quick outs on a fly out from Pavin Smith and a ground out from Ketel Marte. So the bases were empty, 2 men were gone, and Corbin Carroll, he's been a thorn in the Braves side this weekend. He was looking to dent the scoreboard and give the home team a lead.
2-1, smoke to deep left center field, back towards the wall, and that's out of here. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball he took to left center, just over the yellow line. The only hope is that maybe it come off the wall and stay in the yard. But he charged it up, but it flew out of here. And it's now 2-1 Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the third inning.
10th of the season for Corbin Carroll. He is going to be a special player, folks. That one traveled 401 feet to left center field. Arizona goes in front. It's now a 2-1 lead. But the Diamondbacks not done against Soroka there in the third as Christian Walker and Emmanuel Rivera followed with back-to-back 2-out singles, and that kept the inning alive for Josh Rojas.
There's a line drive through the right side and a base hit. Hitting the bag at third now, Walker. He comes around. He'll test the arm of Acuna. Play to the plate, and in there is Walker. Slides across feet first just ahead of the throw from Rado. And the RBI single by Rojas has runners at first and second, and now a 3-1 lead for Arizona.
And the 23rd RBI of the year for Rojas pushes the deficit for the Braves to 3-1. Good news, Soroka would get Jake McCarthy to ground out, so the damage limited to 2 runs there in the third. We'll pick up the action now in the top half of the fourth as Travis d'Arnaud, getting the start behind the plate today, would single up the middle to start off the inning. Then after Eddie Rosario flew out to right, the Braves had a runner on and 1 gone for for Ozzie Albies.
Here's the 60th pitch of the game from Zach Gallen, and he tees off. Ozzie to deep right field, flying high and deep across the sky. And it's a 2-run homer to tie the game. Ozzie with his 12th home run of the season. And he's having no problems with Zach Gallen today. He's 2 for 2 with a single and now a homer. And we're all square, 3 apiece here in the top of the fourth inning.
12th of the year for Ozzie Albies. That's the most among all Major League second basemen. 400 feet to right field. Ozzie, one of 4 hits on the day for the Braves second baseman, and we're all square at 3 apiece moving into the bottom of the fourth. For Mike Soroka, he would get Geraldo Perdomo on strikes and Jose Herrera to ground out, so the bases were empty. 2 men were gone. Unfortunately, a 2-out walk to Pavin Smith would lead to Ketel Marte, and he was looking to make Soroka pay.
Pitch on the way to Marte. And he hits one way up in the air to right field. Going back, Ronald Acuna. Acuna to the wall, and that is out of here. Man, that had some hang time to it. Way up in the air to deep right. And Marte belches 9th homer of the year. And the Diamondbacks, once again, out to a 2-run lead.
And all 5 runs charged to Michael Soroka over 3 2/3 here today. 7 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts through 80 pitches. That blast by Marte, his 9th of the year, 391 feet over the right field wall. Colin McHugh would come in replacement of Michael Soroka and get a punch out of Emmanuel Rivera to end the fourth. But damage done. Arizona back in front, and we are on the seesaw here. It's a 5-3 deficit for the Braves. That would remain your score all the way into the 7th inning. Braves down by a pair as Ronald Acuna Jr., who else, would single up the middle with 1 down in the inning. He would later steal second, part of 2 stolen bases on the afternoon for the Braves center fielder. So the Braves had a runner in scoring position, and Matt Olson looking to inch the visitors closer.
3-2 muscled into left center field, down for a base hit. That'll score Acuna. And it's an RBI single for Matt Olson. It's a 1-run game. Now a 5-4 contest here in the top of the 7th inning. And the Braves jumping on the Diamondbacks bullpen here in the 7th.
43rd RBI of the season for Matt Olson. Braves down by a run. Couple of batters later, Travis d'Arnaud would reach on a walk, but the Braves would strand a pair as Eddie Rosario popped out. But I got a spoiler alert for you. He would come back and make the most of it here coming up in just a moment. So the Braves down by a run into the bottom half of the 7th. We would see A.J. Smith-Shawver come out for his second inning worth of work. Would punch out 2 batters in a 1-2-3 7th inning. Smith-Shawver would go back out there for the 8th and work around a leadoff walk as A.J. Minter came in for A.J. Smith-Shawver and got a big strikeout of Jose Herrera and a ground out from Pavin Smith. So to the 9th inning we go. Braves down by a run, and they're facing Miguel Castro. They saw him earlier this weekend and darn near took the lead on Friday night in Game 1 against Castro. And things get off to a bit of an ominous start for Arizona there in the top half of the 9th as Michael Harris II would lead things off with a walk. Ronald Acuna Jr. would follow with a single to right. He would later steal second. So the Braves 2 in scoring position as Arizona would elect to intentionally walk Austin Riley with 1 down in the inning. Then after Travis d'Arnaud lined out to short, the bases were still loaded. 2 men were gone, and Eddie Rosario was looking to stun the Arizona faithful.
1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on a fly ball to right field. Going back now, Smith. Smith's at the wall. Grand slam! Grand slam! Rosario with a huge homer, and the Braves take the lead. And he touches them all. And the Braves are on top 8-5 in the 9th.
And listen to those Braves fans at Chase Field, and they are all on their feet for Eddie Rosario's 8th home run. It comes in grand fashion with 2 down in the top of the 9th inning for Rosario, his 5th career slam and his first since August the 10th of 2020. And just like that, the Braves give an 8-5 lead over to Raisel Iglesias for the bottom of the 9th. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the Diamond-backs order as Ketel Marte led off with a walk. However, he was quickly erased on a nifty 3-6-1 double play. So the Diamond-backs down to their final out, and Christian Walker, former farmhand of the Atlanta Braves, was representing the Snakes' last hope.
And the 0-2 on the way. Ground ball to third. Riley's got it. Sends it across the diamond. What a win for the Braves. Man, what a win. They come back with a 4-run 9th. They win the game. They win the series. They have an off day tomorrow. And they're going to be ready to roll up their sleeves and take on the Mets Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday back in Atlanta. Fun one today in the desert. And the Braves win it by a final score of 8-5.
Biggest win of the year.